Welcome. It's wind down Wednesday, 8:30. Yes, right. I was in a bit of a rush today. Got your wine, get your mat. Welcome. Hi, YouTubers. Right, sorry, I'm just in a bit of a flap today, but made it here. Okay, cool. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Hi Joe. Hi. Okay, cool. So this is Wind Down Wednesday for those of you that don't know. So it's 8:30, which is now, just have to check that time. Yeah, it's fine. Half an hour of Pilates and then followed by one of these. Hi Excella, evening. So grab your wine or your gin or your tea or whatever it is that we're going to have at the end of the class, and then pop it down and grab a mat, grab somewhere, and we're going to do half an hour of Pilates and then say cheers at the end. I've got some new gear on that literally I've been waiting for weeks, so I feel a bit naked, but I've just done a little workout myself, and I'm going to just stretch out with some lovely Pilates. So I'm hoping that all this is will be okay. It's pineapple stuff. So anyway, enough about me. Let's get going. I'm on Instagram and YouTube, so I say this every week, but just in case I drop out of one, hopefully I won't, come and find me on the other. So it's Sasha's Dance and Pilates on YouTube or Instagram. So I'm just going to make sure my camera's set up okay, because I just did that super quick. I'm going to put my wine sort of there. We're going to be down, we're not going to stand up. I'm just going to sort of do this with this camera, sorry. Fiddling, very unprofessional, fiddling with my camera there. Having real issues with my webcam this week. Maybe it's just feeling the stresses of lockdown. Okay, that should be fine. So let's come, everybody, and let's come to sitting. Let's tie my hair back. So welcome to those people that are just joining. It's Wednesday, in case you were wondering what day it is, because I am. So this is half an hour of Pilates. We're just going to do nice sort of stretching, get nice and warm. Then we're going to work quite hard for the middle half, and then have a nice stretch at the end. And then we're going to congratulate ourselves with whatever treat we want, whether it's our wine or our gin or a hot chocolate or whatever it is. So let's come and sit. Let's start seated in a nice seated position, okay? And I want you to just have your soles of your feet together, if that feels comfortable. Hopefully that feels okay. If you're quite tight into the hips, then you might need to draw your knees up a little bit, just so that they're not flopping all the way out. In this position, my legs aren't here. It's not about having your heels really close to your bum. Really send them away from you, okay? And try to be sat right on top of your sit bones. So you've got this lovely stack from your shoulders, your ribs, and your pelvis. You're really nicely stacked. So we are spending a lot of our life at the minute sat down or bending over computers or homeschooling. So whenever we're sat, just really try to feel that you're on top of these sit bones, that we're not kind of slouching here, okay? So it's probably going to feel a little bit of work to kind of sit in this position. So just draw the tummy in, really draw in through that core. Just take a lovely deep breath in, bring the shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale and just rotate those shoulders. So just taking some lovely deep breaths in and out, and just roll the shoulders there. Okay, and just settle yourselves down and enjoy this next half an hour for you and your body and your mind. Just try to empty any thoughts away and just pin them for another time. And just take one more breath in and breath out for those shoulders. Now you're going to imagine that you're, so hi everyone, welcome, hi, come join us. You're going to imagine that you're sat right up against a wall, that your back is glued to the wall, so your shoulders and your ribs and your bottom are kind of connected to that wall, and your head. And you're going to take your head forward, chin to chest, and even just then you might get a bit of a stretch. And then you're going to peel your back bit by bit off of that wall And you're just going to slide forward, 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 forward. So you're coming into an exercise called spine stretch forward. So you're literally stretching your spine forward. Breathe in there. And then exhale, really draw the tummy in and coming back, if you can, from the base of your spine. And then re-stack all the way out to the top. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale. Navel to spine and slide everything forward. Breathing in here at the bottom. And then exhale, draw the belly in. And then re-stack your spine. So it's just a really nice exercise for your back. Just nice to warm up, go a bit quicker if you wish. Breathing in at the bottom. Exhale to come up. Breathing in at the top. And exhale to come all the way down. Breathing in there. And then exhale to restack. And one last time, just really warm up that back. Stretching forward and then coming all the way up and just rotating the shoulders there. From there, just extend those legs and give those legs a little kind of shake out a little bit. So the other thing that we need to do is just really release into these hips. It's one of my favourite exercises, but we roll, it's called zigzag legs. We roll the toes out, draw the knees up, and then you draw the knees in, or you rotate those knees in. So roll the toes out, draw the knees up, and then roll the feet in. Really pulling into your core here as well to help keep you supported. But you're just rolling the toes out, drawing the knees up, and really rolling in. So you're just really getting some lovely movement into those hips. So another area that we're super tight in at the minute when we're sitting, and even if you're quite an active person, your hips are taking a lot of flexion probably, with running or cycling or squats or whatever it is that you're doing, our hips take a lot of flexion. So it's just quite nice to ease all that off. So let's just do 2 more. Just breathing in and breathing out and coming all the way back to the top. Let's do one more exercise sitting. So just come to that lovely sitting position. I'm just going to spin myself around. And we're just going to think about some side reach. So we're going to reach the arm up and then keep this gap between your ear and your shoulder and then lift up and over. Try to keep the shoulders facing forward so you're not twisting, and you're going to breathe here and just really find that lovely stretch. Okay, and then try to exhale and pull the tummy in so you're really working those obliques when you come back up again. Breathe in, stretching up and over, and really slide that arm away from you. Okay, breathing in. Now watch this arm. Is it bent? Is it flopped? Just almost stretch it, and then reaching up, and then floating that arm down. So my arm here is actually straight. Okay, and then I'm lifting up and over, and actually it's just now my spine that's bending. So breathe in here, everybody. See, have you lifted your pelvis? Try to keep the bottom nice and anchored. Breathe in, breathe, breathe, breathe. And now navel to spine to restack. Float the arm down, up, other way. So this is just really nice stretch into that spine. It's good work into the upper body here as well. You're pushing into the mat. Let's go one last time either side. Breathing in and breathing out, and just settle down and just congratulate yourself for finding this time in your week. By the end of this session, the week is nearly done, and for those of you like me homeschooling, it is nearly over. Fingers crossed. I won't believe it until they're through the door. But let's stay positive. Okay, so everyone, we're going to come and change position. Let's come to all fours for now, for me. So just change your position. Hopefully you can still see me. Okay, cool. So nice kind of 4-point kneeling position. Those of you that have done it before know that your knees need to be really directly underneath your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders here. I always say to people, well, like tonight, you can imagine we've got our glass of something on our back here, but you're balancing it. If you tuck your bottom underneath you, you've got a flat back, but we don't want a flat back. We want to find that little dip in our lower back. So stick the bottoms out a little bit here and looking directly down in between your hands. Take a really nice deep breath in, really draw up through the tummy, and now knock that glass of wine off the base of your spine and lift up through the core and really suck the tummy up, up, up and away from the mat. Breathing at the top and then exhale to come all the way out. Breathing in and then drawing up through the belly and coming all the way up to the top. Breathing at the top, get a lovely stretch right into the top of that back, all the way up to the top. Breathe into any area there that is sore, and then coming out. Now you can come through to an extended cat, so you just have to extend and lift the chin a bit and stick the bottom out. And then again, draw the tummy up, breathe in at the top, exhale, come back. One last time, just so we really warmed up that back. And all the way back. And then one of my faves, you're going to tuck your toes underneath you. You're going to take a deep breath in, and then you're going to draw up through the tummy as we hover the knees off the mat. So take a breath in, exhale, draw the belly up, and hover those knees. And you're going to breathe in and out 3 times if you can. On each exhale, really draw up through the belly and connect into that core. Pop your knees down at any time and then just rejoin. So you can just pop the knees down and lift up and pop the knees down and lift up. So come down from there, come off your wrists and give them a shake if you need to. And we're going to do that one more time. So you can just come up and down from that one, or you can try and hold it for 3 breaths, 5 breaths, whatever you want to challenge yourselves with today. But tuck your toes underneath you, really stick the bottom out here. Take a breath in, exhale, hover the knees. Here we go, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. With each exhale, just really draw the tummy up, up, up. One last if we can. And then pop the knees down. And then just widen the knees if that's comfortable. And then just come and take a lovely stretch forward. So take some breaths and walk the hands forward here. And just find that lovely stretch into the back. Breathing in and breathing out. And 2 more. Lovely deep breaths in, stretching into that back. And then exhale, and then just hinge back for me all the way to this, back to this 4-point kneeling position. From there, we're going to take our what we call tabletop. So I'm just going to shift forward a little bit, draw into the tummy, and still be kind of sticking the bottoms out so that you're keeping that pelvis as neutral as you can. Put a pressure into your right hand and then release your right leg and slide it back, keep it in contact with the floor. If that feels okay, you can lift that leg or keep it down onto the floor. If that feels okay, then an extra challenge is to take your arm up by your other ear and breathe and hold. So you're really stretching and you're really trying to stabilize everything. And I want you to hold it for 3 breaths. And on that 3rd exhale, take your hand down, your toe down, and then draw everything back, right back underneath you, and then the other side. So put a pressure into your left hand, gentle pressure, release the left leg. So you might just want to hold it here, and just make sure that you're nice and even left to right. If you want the challenge, gently lift that leg, and really extend that leg, and then lift the opposite arm. Lift that arm right up by your ears. See how that feels much harder, and just really stretch and breathe 3 times. Really feel those obliques working. Draw the knee all the way back in. Let's go again on the other side. So you're trying to keep the hips as still as you can. Extend into that back leg. So really lengthen into the back of that leg. Making sure that your hips are equal, that you're not tilting. Breathe. Now imagine someone's pulling your ankle one direction and your hand the other, and you're really stretching. And then come down, draw that knee right the way back in, other side, lengthen, really lengthen the way lift. Really good, everyone. Keep going, keep breathing. Think about wine at the end. Work hard. Breathing in, breathing out, stretch, 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 stretch. And then coming back, all the way back underneath you. And then just sit back and give your wrists a little shake. Well done. Take some water if needed. Okay, one more exercise on all fours. I'll just show you. There's a few adaptations. So it's a plank position. You just have to be careful with plank that you don't, when you're in a plank position, if you can't kind of keep the tummy pulling in, then you need to bring your knees down. So it's really important that you don't put too much intra-abdominal pressure into that area, especially if you've kind of recently had a baby, then this is not an exercise for you, but you can put your knees down and still be working into that area. So the kind of classic plank position is you come to this all fours, so you're in that classic setup, draw into the tummy, and then you take one toe back, followed by the other, so you're in this lovely plank position. So you can hold this, or as I said, the adaptations, pop your knees down and maybe lift your feet and hold it here. And what I want to try tonight is called a pullback. So it's actually more of a shoulder exercise, and you go forward and then you push your heels back. So you're hinging forward over the shoulders and pushing the heels back and forward and back. But you're not lifting your bottom. See how my back and my bottom are staying in the same degree. So you're not lifting your bottom up and down. So give it a go. Come and join me, I'll show it again. Or just hold a plank position for maybe 3 to 5 breaths and then come down and repeat. Here we go. So we're going to come into that plank, hold it, and then you're going to breathe in and go forward, and breathe out and push your heels back behind you. Breathe in, come forward, breathe out to push back. So you're hinging forward and back. 2 more. And last one, and then pop your knees down, and then just come and stretch that out. Breathing in, breathing out. Rotate your wrists, and just take a rest there, or just roll up and shake them out, have some water or wine. Good. So, hearts raise a little bit. Hope you feel quite warm. We're going to come onto our backs now. Yeah, let's come to sitting. We're going to try something to come onto our back, and then we'll do some exercise on our back. Now, if you don't think you can do this, then just come and lie down onto your back. But if you want to give this a go. So this week, I've been introduced to something called March Madness. So it's a Pilates, a thing for us Pilates teachers that was started by someone else. But it's been going for about 8 years, I think. And each day through March, they're setting different exercises. So one of them has been the roll down, which I think was yesterday, or the roll up. Now, it's a classical exercise. I always say to my clients, it is about abdominal strength, like a lot of things, but actually, it's one of those exercises that's just really technical. And sometimes if you've got issues with your spine, you're just not going to be able to do it without equipment, like a bit of help. So don't worry if you can't do this, but you can give it a go. So you're going to start sitting, excuse me, you can have your knees bent if that's easier. Then you have to come into a curled position here. So you have to tuck the bottom underneath you and draw into the belly. And then you find the mat halfway, and then you keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then you take the arms back behind you, and then you're going to bring them up above your chest, and then your chin to chest, draw the tummy in, and then you curl up. You're keeping a C curve, C curve, C curve, C curve all the way up. So if you're there watching this, because I know there's some of you that can do this, then you're going to do some roll-ups, or roll-downs, sorry. Roll-ups, roll-ups, they're called roll-ups. But if you're thinking there's no way I can do that, then your adaptation is a half roll back, okay? So your feet, this is the adaptation, your feet are bent, and you literally go halfway, but your chin is to chest, and you're tucking underneath you, so you're in a curved position, and then you curl back up again to resit, like this. So you tuck, and you roll halfway, make sure you can draw those abdominals in, chin to chest, and then you come back. Okay, it's quite a lot to it, but in this little session we can't go through too much. But that's your adaptation. For those of you that know, you can flex your feet. Sometimes I quite like to flex the feet. You're drawing the tummy in, come back. Okay, now this is the hard bit. Now if you have your feet flexed, you can push through your heels, and here, reach your arms forward and keeping your C curve, C curve, C curve, C curve, and then restack. And you're tucking underneath you, drawing into the belly, coming all the way down. It's actually an exercise for your spine, because you've really got to think, what is my spine doing? Push that spine into the floor, coming up, 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 and then all the way back down. So let's do 2 more of these. And these are lovely. Once you can get it, they are just a dream. And you can do this with a band. So I teach it with a band to start with, to help you, and then you get it eventually. Right, well, on your last one, come all the way down. If you're doing your half roll backs, just come and take a lie down. Well done, everyone. Okay, good. So we've got about 10 minutes, under 10 minutes, so doing really well. It's nearly wine time. So let's just work a little bit harder for these last 10 minutes. Okay, so from there, the next exercise, or the first one in this little March Madness was the 100. So 100 is a really classical exercise. It's all about breathing, your core, your spine, it's to do with lots of things. Now your options are, you have your feet up, you have your feet down, your feet up in a double knee fold, and they can be connected, or you extend your legs and they can be high, or they can be a bit lower. Okay, they are your options. You're going to come to a curled up position and your arms beat, and you breathe in for 5 and out for 5. And this movement is coming from the shoulder, okay? And you're trying to keep everything else nice and still. If you take tension into your neck, take a hand behind the head. That will be me. I will do that halfway through. And we're going to just go for it. So either keep your feet down and come to a curl up. So everybody take an exhale and curl up and hobble your fingers off the mat. So everything's drawing in and you're holding it here. If you want to, or if you can, sorry, take a double knee fold. Okay, you're going to start beating the arms. You're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can, you're going to extend those legs. Really reach the fingertips. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can, you can lower those legs a little bit as well. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep going. Obviously, I lost count. I'm talking. But you're reaching the fingertips. Keep the head up. You can. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do one more set. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Curl up a bit more at the end. And then hug those knees into the chest. And then just roll your head from left to right. Okay, good. So I totally lost count there. I don't think it was quite 100, but I don't know who's watching, and we need to be careful that we don't overdo it. So just roll your head from left to right. But from there, keep hold of your right knee and let's send your left leg away and see if you can curl up here. Okay, so your head and your shoulders are off the mat. Draw the tummy in, turn these legs out a little bit, and we're going to change and change. Now you can keep the legs higher to make it slightly easier, up towards the corner of the room, or you can have these legs low, hovering off the floor. Pull the knee in and change and change. Curl up a bit more if you can. Keep breathing out, out, out. Take your hand behind the head if you need to. Breathing out, breathing out. Reach away, reach away. We're going to do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then come all the way down. Hug those knees in towards the chest and roll your head from left to right. Good. Told you it would earn that wide. Take your feet down. Let's take your hands back behind the head. So you're clasping your fingertips together and just bring your feet a little bit closer to your bottom. Okay, have your elbows forward. Take a breath in. So we've got some curl up. So exhale to come up. And now keep your pubic bone down. So just remember, when you curl up, don't lift your bottoms. Your pubic bone is down towards your toes. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in, come down. Exhale up. Inhale down. So we're not going to go too fast. You're going to exhale up. Make sure the bottom is not lifted. Inhale down. Exhale up. Draw the tummy in. Inhale down. On this next one, hold it here. Can you hold your curl up? And can you slide one leg away, keeping the pelvis nice and still, and draw that knee in. And the other side, send the leg away, draw the heel to the bottom. What you're doing here is trying to keep your pelvis really equal left to right. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Curl up a bit more if you can, everyone. Really working into these abdominals. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Just gently slide away. Last one. Curl up a bit more, more, and down. And then just take a full body stretch there. Just to stretch out those abdominals and the whole body. Big stretch. Okay, good. Well done. Right, bring your legs back to the top and just glue your feet and knees together and take your arms in a low sort of V shape and make sure that those shoulders are nicely relaxed. And just take your knees all the way to one side and flop and take your head to the other direction. And just breathe here. Good. So find this lovely rotation in the back. Breathe into the belly. And just release any tension that is accumulating, maybe in your neck, in your back, your pelvis. And then draw the tummy in. Exhale to come back to the beginning. And then take those knees all the way to the side. And the same again. So just breathing in, breathing out, and just congratulate yourselves for joining me for this half an hour. A little bit of work for your body, a bit of a stretch, a bit of a burn, and just feeling nice and centered and drawing the belly in to come all the way back up to the top. Just hug your knees in if that feels comfortable and just have a little roll onto the base of your spine, onto the base of your pelvis. And you can just sort of circulate your knees up, round and down. So you're getting that nice little massage into your back, and then maybe the other way, drawing the knees in and up. And then you've got options to come to sitting. Either roll onto your side and just push yourself slowly up, or you can try and roll up. So you can take your arms back behind you, point or flex the feet, draw the tummy in, tuck the chin to chest, and coming up, 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 stretching forward. Have a nice little stretch there at the top, and then come to a V-stack and give your legs a little shake. Lovely, perfect. Well done, everyone. you're all done. You can grab your wine now. I think so. Yeah, look at that, 9 o'clock, you see? So grab your wine, some water first. That's okay. And cheers to Wind Down Wednesday. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And cheers to Wednesday and midweek. And let's hope that this time next week, when we're doing this this session, that the kids have been back at school for 3 days. Woo! Those of you like me that have been homeschooling for I don't know how many days. So well done, everyone. I personally feel like this day and this week's really draggy. I think the weather here has just been awful today. But now it's 9 o'clock, you've got wine in your hand. It is 2 more days and then it's the weekend, and it's March, which is good because it means spring is on the way. So thank you for joining me. I'll be here next week as well. So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and my website. It's all under Sasha's Dance Pilates. So keep up to date with when I'm doing these. But generally I pop the link on Facebook and my Instagram so that you know what's going on. So cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining me. So it always tastes better, whatever you've got. But if you've worked hard, a little midweek treat. And then I'm just quite good at the minute with my drinks, and I'll wait until the weekend now after my little 9 o'clock number on a day. So thanks very much. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all soon. On YouTube, this is what my son says, don't forget to subscribe and like. Don't say that. And he's like, you've got to say that, mummy. It's like becoming YouTube king, my son. Thanks, everyone.